Longevity Lifestyle Designers. This is Gavin here with secretsoflongevity.com. As you know from the video just 2 videos ago, I have begun a workout regimen, and we're going to go about 6 months tracking this with a vlog every 2 weeks. We're going to track a few things. The one unfortunate thing is I could not locate the tape measure I had that was great for going around the body. It was like a bendable tape that a tailor would use. Just saw it the other day, but for the life of me, I can't seem to find it. I've been looking about the past few days. That's why this video didn't come out at the beginning of the week when I started the program. But I did weigh myself earlier in the week, and so that's the clip right here. Alright, here we are. We're just going to turn the scale on. Just so you guys can see it set to 0. I'm going to step on. It's hard to see, but how can we get some light on there? 149.8, essentially 150. So we're starting this out at 150 pounds. So if you followed my bodybuilding program, a year and a half ago, or even 2 years ago at this point almost, I started at about 132 pounds. Between 130 and 135 is what I fluctuate between, but at that point I'd been on the lower side, and I was coming into it hoping to gain up to 30 to 40 pounds in a year. I gained about 15 pounds in 3 months, and that brought me up to 150 even, and I'm still there today. So even though I dropped the weights, I dropped the way I was eating after that period. I was still eating plenty. I was eating more meat after the fact as well, and I was doing bodyweight exercises for the better part of the year with some other things thrown in, and I've been able to maintain it. Throw on top of that the fact that I've barely been working out at all. This was maybe 7 or 8 months ago. I'm doing pretty well. I'm not overweight. I haven't lost muscle mass. There's just been a slight shift in my strength has obviously gone down, because if you don't keep up with the strength exercise, you're not going to be able to maintain it. And there's been a slight change in body fat composition that's gone up by a few percentage points, definitely for sure. So what I'm looking to do, and there's probably been a moderate amount of muscle loss, but nothing that noticeable. I'm looking to turn whatever body fat I have put on into muscle again, and increase strength. Obviously is the main thing with this program. I might gain a little bit of weight. I'm not putting it as a exclusive thing or making set goals for certain amounts. I'm going to increase my intake of calories per day in a rough amount, so definitely aiming for closer to the 2200 range, as opposed to the 1800 to 2000, which is what I normally have been getting for a long time now. So with the vlogging, I'll share different exercises I'm doing. I'll be sharing and at times showing changes in my composition when I think it's been significant. I've had one upper body workout as of the making of this video, and some also core and lower, so I've gone through the whole thing. And I'm extremely sore, so it's actually, even though it's a very minimal workout, I was holding back because I didn't want to wipe myself out and overdo it and then not have to take like a full week off, because that's easy to do, especially if I've been sedentary for a long time. So literally I did 4 sets of push-ups, 4 sets of pull-ups, and then I was done. I was going not quite to failure on each one, but I was getting pretty close. I probably could have eked out 1. If I really put my will behind it, maybe 2 more on each of those sets. So for example, the pull-ups, which were palm towards me, depending on the break I put in between, I was doing up to 2 to 3 minute breaks in between. I'm not doing the bodybuilding, which is 1 to 1.5 minutes between sets. I was doing longer rests, but still going up a fair amount, and in time, once I'm able to do those very easily, I'll just simply add weight to a weight backpack, and then I'll bring the number of reps I can do down, and then again just building up the strength without going into extreme endurance and without keeping it so heavy that it's strictly strength. So I want to still say I'm at moderate range that will put some body mass on, but it's not going to be as fast or as dramatic as if you were bodybuilding, which is more of the hypertrophy, where you get a lot of water buildup in the muscles, as opposed to hyperplasia, which is more the layering of muscle tissue, and it's denser and holds its size longer. So that tells me that over the last 6, 7, 8 months, where I've been fairly sedentary, I had very good musculature, and that it wasn't a lot of water weight in the muscles. It was actual muscle fibers that I had, because they haven't just suddenly shrink down to nothing. Because if you keep your caloric intake up, your muscles won't suddenly disappear. You'll lose strength, but you won't lose the muscle, it's tissue itself, because your body's not needing to turn it into fuel for your body because you're getting enough fuel. But when you have muscles that are full of water and with muscle tissue in between, which is what a lot of bodybuilders are causing in themselves by the way that they train, then that goes really quick. And that's why you hear bodybuilders saying, oh, I can't miss a workout if they're really high level, because you literally miss 1-2 workouts and you lose that extra little bit. That could cause you to lose that place in the upcoming event that you might be competing in. So in the comments on the last video, some people are saying, oh, if you want to gain mass, you got to do this, blah, blah, blah. If you want to look good, blah, blah, blah. And it's not about looks. Yes, I like the aspect of looking good, but as you've heard me talk about in past videos, that's not my motivating factor. The motivating factor is to be active and be healthy. And the side benefit to that is that you'll end up looking better. So that's okay to have that, but in my opinion, it's always better to go for health first and whatever benefits come along with it. Otherwise, in my opinion, you're going to get caught into the bodybuilding frame of mind, which again, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a healthy lifestyle. But in my opinion, strength training is healthier because it's building stronger, denser, packed muscle, and it's also building your skeletal system up more. There's more impact on the bones, and that'll cause you then to have increased bone density over the long haul. The other massive benefit is the changes in your hormonal system. So increased testosterone, increased human growth hormone, increased fat burning hormones. All these come with strength training, strength conditioning, and less so with the types of training that bodybuilders take up. So that's my motivations. That's where I'm at. I'm right on the edge of 150 pounds. If I was 160 a year from now, 6 months from now, that's a long shot actually, 6 months from now, I'm just doing bodyweight exercises, putting on 10 pounds. But if it happens, it happens. I'm not pushing for that. I'd have to eat probably 2,500 calories a day if I wanted to put it on in 6 months. But we'll see what happens. I'm just looking forward to being able to make more videos that include exercises. The next one I have planned already, which will be a unique leg exercise that I don't think many people have heard of before or considered doing. And it targets a part of the legs that not many people work on, and it's important to train all the major muscle groups of the body and not leave, the weakest link in there. I almost forgot, I did a little bit of sort of half-assed posing at the end of the last video, almost as a joke, but I kind of want to make, since this is day 1, I guess, even though it's 2-3 days after that I'm shooting this because I couldn't find the little tape measure thing, I'm going to do some basic posing and I'll then show my legs, just flexing them, just to see in this frame of time what my body composition looks like when it's tensed, and then we'll do that again at intervals, maybe like once a month until the end of this. So we'll just, I'm really sore from the last workout, but try and get the lats or whatever these, lats in the shot. No idea what these poses or whatever are called. Couldn't care less, but just to sort of show the current state of things. Guess that's it for upper body. We'll do one a little bit closer up as well. Here are my legs. I have no idea how to pose the legs. Calf, left calf, back. So actually, probably the one place I noticed the most amount of decrease in muscle mass after the bodybuilding was in my legs. That's just because the squats and the sort of endurance type, or muscle endurance type exercises I was doing really definitely targeted the musculature quite well. And that's something I'm looking to build up again, because Some people often say I have skinny legs. I have definition in the legs, but they are pretty skinny. I guess that comes with having been a long time soccer player. So let me know in the comments below what you think, just generally about the fact that I stayed the same weight with doing barely any exercise. I did not work out the whole summer. I just wasn't working regularly. I wasn't doing much strength exercise. I was actually on several occasions doing a little more cardio-based exercise. I was playing soccer several times throughout the summer. I even did some warming up to those periods of trying to get my cardiovascular endurance a little higher up there, a little bit of sprinting. But yeah, it just wasn't there in terms of the workouts that I enjoyed most, which is strength training. And we're going to be getting back into that. So let me know what you think about that idea that you could take a long break and not have many drastic changes to your overall composition. And with that, I'll talk to you next time. Take care and embrace life without limits.